Capricorn. So for you Capricorns, I have the Knight of Cups, the page of the Knight of Cups, the page of, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So far, I'm seeing how you Capricorns are very much so trying to give someone your attention romantically, and you're being honest. You're like, hey, you want to hang out. You're actually making an effort to hang out with them, see where the relationship will go, or the potential for one would go. And you're just trying to see if the two of you actually are compatible with one another. What's interesting about this, though, is that this is you, right, trying to put in an effort, right? Potentially asking them out, calling them, trying to hang out with them. And the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords would pretty much tell the story. They may look at you like you're too good for them. So they may be on some self-doubting type stuff. So it's ironic because you would think that a Capricorn would be on some self-doubting type stuff. But no, it's actually them. They're on some self-doubting type stuff where those individuals, if you pay attention to it, those individuals very much so, you're giving them your attention and they're like, well, they don't necessarily know if they really want it. And truth be told, that's the story of how a lot of people end up being single. It's because a lot of people, especially when it comes to the dating pool, they don't want to choose up on a particular person because they see flaws in a person, or things may not necessarily be to where it is that they like. So what it is that happens is they spend so much time trying to trying to modify the person. Like we're in a video game and you can make the person modified to exactly how it is that you want, the eye color and the hair texture and the color of the hair and the skin tone and all this other type of stuff, the way that you would create a person in a video game, right? Or in a person in their life and their occupation. But then that ends up backfiring because that ultimately, with all of that modification and modding out, right? Or mods, which is game talk, right? Like video games short for modifications. This is what creates a lot of people who are in essence not really prepared to be in a relationship, all this modding out. Because what happens is that you would think that with all of this, them trying to create all these modifications, you would think that what's happening here is they're actually spending all this time criticizing you or criticizing the relationship or flaking out on you. But that's half the story. The reason why it is that they've been flaking out on you, if any of you Capricorns have been going through this, where you're trying to show somebody that you like them and it just seems like they're just hot and cold, it's really because they're insecure. And that's the side effect, because modding out or trying to create all of these different modifications when it comes to somebody else, it's a double-edged sword. It's like, okay, you're trying to do all this, that, and the third, but you have to understand that nobody is perfect, number one. And number two, your idea of what perfect is not perfect by definition. It's just perfect for you, right? So when you have people, for instance, who will find somebody and then they let their friends on both sides, because both sides do this, but they'll let their friends clown them out of being in a relationship or getting into one with someone that is a decent person. They end up missing out on a very good thing. And that's what happened, is because those individuals spend so much time because of the fear of missing out of something. They're trying to mod you, right? Modifications. All of these different mods and modifications that they would like to do for you because they just don't want to potentially miss out on anything. But then they're delusional because they're delusional, because whatever it is that you pick, right? Whatever it is that you pick, you have to understand that no matter what, you need to put skin in the game, because you're never going to have a person that's exactly 100% the way that you necessarily made them to be. It's 100%. No, that doesn't happen. By definition, it breaks the foundation of reality. The person may have 95% of the things that you want, but 100%, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? And the thing is that with that, like I said, this is the crux of the reading, because this is what creates a side effect. And the side effect is it makes the person who is that, nitpicky scared, because what comes with that nitpickiness is the fear of, they could pick you, Capricorns, but what if they're missing out on a bigger, better deal, right? It's the fear of missing out. And the thing is that the Seven of Swords now is about how all of that fear of missing out is what's getting them. Because you, Capricorns, tried to hang out with them, and they looked like they were into it when you was hanging out, but now they're still giving you the hot and cold mentality, right? They're still being hot and cold, but the Six of Pentacles represents they're trying to play it off like, you need to do more for them, right? Like, you need to give them a reason as to why it is that they shouldn't go anywhere. And come on now, Capricorn, say it with me. That's a dub, because that's a big dub, because that's an L on their part, because you don't know them like that. You just now getting to know them. So this ideology that you need to hurry up and do something for them, this is what I mean when I say this is why you get such odd connections, if you know what I mean, right? Where where somebody's paying for, because that's what it is. The person's trying to get you to pay for it by trying to get you to hurry up to show them your value. You should never hurry up to show somebody your value. You should, and this is what I mean when I say the first time connections should be fairly normal, because you never should be hurrying up. This is if you ask me, this is from my observation and tons of getting to know multiple people. You should never try to have the person hurry up to show them your value, because it makes it transactional at this point. It makes it so that now you Capricorns are in a situation where you spend so much time, hurrying up, trying to, immediately, come out of pocket and lead with your wallet and show these people, hey, let's go out on the fancy days, stuff like this. But the person is a weirdo, because they're making it more about the dates and trying to satisfy that idea of what if you're not really being serious. Because look, I'm gonna say what it is. Part of the reason why it is that a lot of people want you to hurry up and take them out on these dates, because it ends up being transactional. But part of the reason why is because people are not sure of themselves if they should be secure enough or not. So what happens is that the person is like, okay, well, I need to see you. I need to see you showing me if you like me or not, right? In order to satisfy their own internal insecurities. So what happens is that if you fall for that, you'll be like, oh, okay, well, I do like you. But it's an exercise in futility, because that insecurity that they're having is within themselves. It's within here and in here. It's within themselves. So now you sitting up there, like I said, it's a useless game, because you sitting up there trying to satisfy the person, get them to see, right, that you like them. And that's what the King of Pentacles is about, them trying to get you to gratify them, right, while they sit on their butt and not do anything. So now it ends up, now originally they wanted you to like them and to go the extra mile, but instead what they got is transactional relationships. Now you practically paying for it. You know, you got to do this, that, and a third or whatnot because this person is too insecure to allow themselves to get their heart broken, because that's a part of dating. That is naturally a part of dating. If you have not gotten your heart broken one time, there's something wrong, because that's just naturally a part of dating. So if a person cannot deal with that and bounce back from that, then there's something wrong. If you need to make everything transactional, how do I know this? Because I went through a situation like that where, and both sides do that, regardless of whatever you into, do that, where they'll end up like going through the wrong types of interactions and with people. What they'll do is that they haven't learned, they haven't gotten or grasped the wisdom yet, right? So now the Nine of Cups, I'm gonna put y'all on more game, but the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords now is about how, since that's the case, you need to know that they are dealing with insecurity, like I was talking about. That's what's behind the Knight of Cups. Behind it is the insecurity. And we, you know, all of us go through this, where if you've gotten your heart broken when it comes to love and relationships a couple of times, you'll put yourself, that's what all of the having high standards is about. It's because you now trying to correct the mistakes of your past, and now looking back and being like, okay, well, what I'm gonna do is and both sides do this, because now it's what I'm going to do is, now I need to see this from a person in order for me to know, or to signal to me that this interaction that I'm having with this person is actually serious, and they're not faking me out and lying, or being, you know, deceptive, or trying to run game on me, trying to deflect and stuff like this. So what happens is you develop all of these different signs and ways in which you can tell 100% by trying to get the other person to put more skin in the game, but so much so to the point where it ends up being transactional. And that's where things can end up going a little bit crazy, because you make it so much about, I need to see the signs and see this and see that, and I need to have certain things done a particular type of way, to the point where it doesn't go right. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I've seen this before. I've done this before, but I've also seen it before. The Magician, Six of Swords, Page of Cups, Eight of Cups. Yeah, like these four cards right here, very plain, very simple. You Capricorns did everything that you possibly could. Show them that you're interested. Guess what? If they didn't show you, if they tried to get you to jump through all these hoops because they need to see a particular thing happen, you know what that means, Capricorn? It means it's time for you to leave them alone, because they're insecure and they need to work out that level of insecurity within themselves. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. And yeah, I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subs. Right now we have 9,600. Peace.